Hello and welcome to Testimonies with T. I'm your host, Tia Costel, and today I'm here with Daniel.
Hello, guys.
Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure, honestly.
So, introduce yourself, tell us what you do and who you are.
Yeah, so hi, guys. My name is Daniel Wapilan Jr., and I'm an actor, musician, band manager as well. But my 9 to 5, I'm also a brand manager. So I manage a band, but I also manage a brand. No pun intended, but yeah. I'm a man of many things, multifaceted. Is that the word? Yeah. So, but most importantly, I'm a believer of Jesus Christ.
Amen. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're doing a lot right now.
Too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do all things through Christ.
Amen.
Yeah. So me, so.
Okay. So we're going to get into it. So talk to me about what was your upbringing like? Take it back to young you, childhood.
Young Danny. All right, cool. So I'm Ghanaian.
Okay.
My parents are Ghanaian. Big up mum and dad. And I grew up in a Christian home.
Okay.
Okay. So as a kid, I've always been around church.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been in church.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be that annoying kid that always wanted to be around the musicians.
Okay.
You know, that kid that always wants to come to the band and wants to play something.
Okay.
I mean, my dad is a musician, so he played bass.
It was in the roots.
Yeah, it was in the roots. So my granddad plays guitar as well.
Wow.
So I've always been around music,
mm-hmm.
and but especially in the church because my dad he was the music director back in the day.
Oh wow!
So I've always been around Christian music and also just the church in general.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, growing up in a Christian household was amazing. We used to church hop a lot. My dad was obviously a musician, so he played in a lot of churches.
Cool.
And also he served many pastors as well. So my parents and the rest of us, my brothers, we used to go to. We've helped many churches in London,
wow.
So especially in the West African community. Yeah.
So then, did you have a good relationship with your parents growing up and siblings?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm the oldest. So there was always a lot of pressure on me. But, I mean, I've always had a great relationship with my parents. I still do.
Nice.
And they've definitely taught me so much about the Bible and about God. And if there's one thing they would say that they can leave me here with is that they've shown me my brothers about Jesus. So,
and I think that's such a beautiful thing because obviously everyone's testimony is so beautiful in their own way, and I feel like your parents planted the roots for you to then be raised in this household of Christianity, which is so nice. So what was school like?
So born and raised in Croydon.
Okay.
And then I left Croydon around year 7, year 8.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to because it got quite dangerous at the time.
Okay, so your whole family moved?
All of us moved. Yeah, so we moved to Surrey.
Yeah.
And that's when I started to go to school, secondary school from there.
Yeah.
And it was different because the demographic, obviously, Croydon is very more black. Surrey was more obviously more white and Caucasian and different environment for me.
Yeah, for sure. What was that like then?
I couldn't be myself.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't know how people would react to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was a bit timid.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a bit reserved.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I came to Surrey, I was more confident. I was more on my skin. I was more me, Daniel. Yeah. But when I moved to Surrey, I had to be more reserved and be more, I guess, watchful. Yeah. Of how I speak and how I act and my body language and all this stuff. And also, the friends I had in school in Croydon, a lot of them would go to church. And I'll see you at Sunday school kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. But in Surrey, not many people went to church. You know, there's different religions and stuff like that. So it was hard to find Christian friends. Yeah. So I kind of just let God just do your thing, I guess. Yeah.
Did it take a while for you to find your feet then, in terms of settling into
the first
school?
year? Definitely. I remember my first day of school in Surrey, and I walked in, and then everyone was just looking at me
oh wow!
And someone said, "He looks so innocent." I was blessed to meet good friends, and they took me in. And, we built a friendship, and till this day, I'm friends with some of them as well.
Oh, nice! And do you feel like you then started to cracked your shell.
I started to be more myself.
Wow. So then you're, Daniel, in year 7 now?
Year 8.
Year 8 now.
Year 8, yeah.
You've obviously now found your group of friends and stuff. Were they Christian friends?
No, there was one of my friends was Christian.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was Christian until like year 10.
Oh, okay. Wow. So it was like unspoken.
Yeah, because because I don't know, in school, like it's always tough to like.
Yeah.
I don't know for you, but for me, back then it was tough to like have that conversation.
Yeah.
Unless you're on like religious studies and you start to like, you know, dissect. You're like, oh wait, you're Christian. Oh, okay, cool. And then, but it never came to.
It wasn't really spoken about.
Yeah, never really spoken about.
Did you feel like prior to that, obviously you grew up in a household that was Christian and very much following the faith. Did you feel like you had a relationship with Jesus before that?
Oh, so growing up in a Christian home is great. It's amazing. But then you still need to find Jesus for yourself.
For sure.
And I didn't experience that until later on.
In life,
yeah.
So, like, before that, did you feel like it felt more like a routine? And, like, it was something you did?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, because, obviously, parents, especially African parents, they're going to force you.
Yeah.
They're going to force you. The Bible says train up a child in the way they should go. Literally. So... literally, so they're gonna force you, but it's forced with love, innit? It's not like I'm forcing you because I'm a dictator or anything like that.
Yeah,
but it's because they love us. So it wasn't organic, I guess, but it was needed.
Okay,
it was needed.
You saw that it was necessary.
Yeah, it was necessary. Definitely, yeah.
Was there any time that you did want to push back though?
Oh, I mean, yeah, because of like in school, you had friends that would doing stuff.
On the weekends, yeah.
In the weekends, they were going out. I wanted to get involved in other stuff and I guess other culture within British culture, I guess.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a temptation, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Talk me about the journey to then finding like Jesus for yourself.
Right. So I think it was around 15. I used to sing in a youth choir.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the day. My dad was the head of music, and he forced me to join the choir. That's because he saw something in me, and I joined. And through doing a lot of like praise and worship sessions, going to like different other churches, visiting, and I remember one day we had like a youth conference.
Yeah,
and I used to be part of this youth group. We got like local singers, and we used to like dance and sing. And,
I love that.
Yeah, the name was Designed by Purpose.
Oh, I love that.
It was like a big youth group, and we used to like go to different churches, sing in communities, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was one time we had our own conference, and that's the day I gave my life to Christ.
Wow.
Yeah, at our own conference. And I just felt like, this is the time. I mean, I've been doing this, but I feel like I can make this decision myself now, by myself. So, yeah.
So when you did that, do you feel like the process leading up to that looked different to how, like, you growing up, if that makes sense?
You know what? When I made that decision, I still had so many questions. It wasn't like, it's so clear. Yeah. I see the light. I still had questions because I was like 14, 15. Yeah. So it definitely felt more intentional, Yeah. Like I really want to serve you, God. Like, I really want to serve you. I really want to know you. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it felt like. Yeah.
I love that. So then is that when your relationship began?
Yeah. That's when it began. Going to college. After that as well, 16. Yeah. Just finished my GCSEs. Okay. Went to college. And then I did backslide a little bit in college because...
So talk about that.
Okay, so I went to college all the way in Haywards Heath.
Haywards Heath, where is that?
It's near, where is Haywards Heath? Like near Brighton.
Oh, far.
Far, yeah. Far. Very far. Wow. So me and my best friend, Shaq at the time, we went to college together. Okay. And very different. Like, okay. Like, I don't think they've ever heard of Jesus there before. So very different. Yeah. Very different community. And when we came, everybody was like, "Oh, the new guys," you know what I'm saying? Was
your friend a Christian as well?
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. He never really believed in God.
Okay.
I did try to invite him to church many times. But yeah, he went to college, and then I studied music performing.
Okay, nice.
Performing arts.
Full of the arts, yeah.
So that's because of that, I wasn't really focused on going to church a lot more. I was more focused on like I guess just really having fun.
Yeah.
And doing things that I really enjoyed.
Okay.
So I did backslide a little bit, but once college finished, that's when I started to like go to church more again.
Okay.
And
so during that college time, you wasn't going to church, really?
I was going to church, but I wasn't being intentional like I said I would.
Okay.
You know, like I was beefing Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But I was still Christian. I was still serving. I was still going to church.
Yeah.
But you can tell like there was a shift.
Yeah, there's going to church and then there's going to church.
Yeah. And there was a shift. So once I finished college, I guess I was like, I woke up back to reality. I was like, okay, well, college is done now. So what's next? And there was a time where once I finished college, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to go uni.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to work full time because at that age, I think a lot of young boys and girls, they don't know what to do.
Yeah, 100%.
But some are blessed that they do. They know what to do already. So I was very confused, and
I think it's really hard for young people to like know what they want to do,
or who you want to be.
And I think there's so much pressure on it that you've got to like figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life.
It's a lot of pressure, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, only God knows, right? But
yeah.
I mean, we have to trust God to take us through that process, right?
100%.
So once I finished college, that's when I really needed Jesus, because I was like, well, okay, now I don't know what to do. Should I go to uni? Should I do full time?
Yeah.
And with the help of my parents, they really guided me, and they said, oh, well, you know, you're obviously talented, gifted in these areas, for example, acting, singing, dancing.
Yeah.
So why don't you just go and
pursue that?
Yeah, pursue that.
Nice.
So, but I had time before I really made that decision. Before then, we had moved churches.
Okay.
I was blessed to meet an amazing man of God by the name of Pastor Francis.
Okay.
And he really like took me under his wing and mentored me the deep rooted stuff of the Bible. You know,
I
stuff
love
like
that.
Stuff like you don't really learn in youth.
And I guess because he was like a man, right? And being like a man in Christ as well.
Yeah. So that's when I really started to grow and grow.
When you met him.
When I met him, and then we started going to church there, and then in that church, that's when I decided to get baptized.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I got baptized, I had the craziest experience. I mean, so I got baptized.
Okay.
I must have been 18 because I just finished college. Yeah, 18.
Right.
Got baptized. I think it was the week after I got baptized. I'm not too sure. I had a dream, crazy dream. In this dream, I'm sitting. It's almost like we're sitting on the couch here.
Okay.
And the room is white like this. But suddenly it changes and it turns to gold.
Okay.
And I'm like, where am I? Like, this is crazy. And then I see like a big clock, and it's like ticking. Like, but you can't really see the time. You see the hands moving, you know, like you can see the hands like going down. You cannot see the time. Like, where am I? Like, this is crazy. And then I'm looking on the floor, and then all I see is like a red carpet like laid on the ground. And the presence felt so heavenly. Like, I was like, wherever am I? This is not earth, clearly. This is like somewhere else. And I was with my pastor at the time. Yeah, we're talking. We're both wondering, like, where are we? And to my left, literally, like, where this door is. There's a massive, really like, this is God ordained. Yeah. I see this massive door, about maybe like 18 feet. I don't know, like massive, like golden door.
Yeah.
Double door, like.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and we're just staring at the door, like, why is it so big? And suddenly the door starts to open.
Oh wow.
Slowly, like. And once the door opens, like, you can see like a burst of light piercing through, and I'm like, this, it's too bright, And we're like, me and Pastor Francis are walking backwards, and we see this figure coming towards us.
Mm-hmm.
But he's walking very like, walking on clouds. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah,
like,
yeah,
very like smooth, and like suddenly the fear started to go away. Because I was scared. I was like, who is coming towards me? But as he was coming towards me, I started to like calm down and breathe. And then, but I couldn't see his face. It was too bright. So I could see from like the feet going up. Okay. So when I saw his feet, I saw scars on his feet.
Oh, wow.
I saw two, one on his right foot, one on his left foot. So I started to scan up slowly, and I could see like a pure white robe. And then I saw like
a sash.
Yes. And written was Yahweh.
Oh, wow.
Yahweh. And then I saw his hands. Scar here.
Yeah.
Scar here. And obviously you could tell who this is.
Yeah.
Right now. But as I'm like scanning up and I see who it is, I can see his face. But I couldn't, like once I woke up, I couldn't remember his face, but I could see his face in the dream.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is Jesus. And he's smiling at me. And Pastor Francis. And then he's like, oh, let's go for a walk. And then he like grabs me, and Pastor Francis like this, and we're talking, and he started like, it's like good vibes, man. Good vibes. And then suddenly he stops. And then he's like, I want to show you something. And then suddenly my left eye like pops out like this, but into like a TV screen. This dream is mad, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like into a TV screen. And then he's showing me the future, like,
oh wow,
like what it says in Revelation, basically like the end time chapter. I'm seeing people on the floor crawling and screaming for mercy, saying, Jesus, please, mercy. People are suffering pretty much, and they just can't wait for Jesus to come back again. And then it just closed like that. And then he looked at me, smiled, and I woke up.
Wow.
I was like, yo, that's it. Like, bro, like,
you're gonna leave me like that?
And he spun me or something. I was joking. But I woke up and I was sweating, like, cause I was like, what have I just witnessed? And I went to see my parents. And I was like, oh, Dad, no, like, I'm panicking. Like, I had this dream. And I'm like, okay, cool, calm down. Let's go to church. It was a Saturday night.
Okay.
So Sunday morning.
Wow.
Like, okay, let's go to church.
So intentional.
Yeah, for you, wait. Okay. Let's go to church and then let's talk to Pastor Francis about this. Cool. So I go to his office before service starts. I'm like, Pastor, I had this crazy dream. And I'm explaining the dream, and he's like, wait, was you in the room? He's describing the room. Did you see him? Did he show you this? I'm like, yes.
So he knew everything?
Yeah, but I was like, how do you know? He's like, I had the same dream.
What? You're joking.
God is my witness.
No, that is crazy.
He was like, I know what you're going to say. And everything I described, I was about to describe to him, he described it back to me. He said, yeah, I know, we're in a room and I saw this book. And he was like, I was in the dream as well. I had the same dream. And we both were like, what?
Wow.
It was pretty much a confirmation of like sending a warning to everybody about, you know, what's to come. So my faith had gone from here to there. Yeah. And it was the perfect time because that's when I found what I wanted to do now. So when that happened, I was auditioning for film school in Canada. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I went to film school in Canada.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, God is amazing. I got it, and I went to Canada. Incredible. And throughout that whole experience, I went there for like 3 years.
Wow, you were there for yeah. What was it like? What was the experience like?
Oh, amazing! I mean, I went to Vancouver, so I was blessed to meet another man of God as well who took me under his ropes and guided me and let me stay with his family.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, and then I discovered another gift that I could play drums somehow, somewhere. Because before that, I wasn't playing drums.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
So you actually discovered that?
Yeah, I discovered that in Canada.
Okay.
Like I came, I was like, hey, I know I can play a beat or two. My younger brother Joey, he's the drummer. Like, he's the drummer.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not a drummer like that. So. But when I
But you've got the gift,
right, yeah, I got it. You know what I'm saying? But I went to Canada and I started to play more. But obviously, that's the Holy Spirit, like, just teaching me. So it was like, ever since this dream, I started to get more gifts and started to like activate in these gifts, and also started to like mature more.
But is that because you also were seeking Him more?
Yeah. Most importantly, yeah, because of the experience I had, which I'll never forget.
Yeah.
I was more intentional.
Yeah.
I was more spiritually aware, I guess, and yeah, everything I wanted to do, I was doing it. I was doing more and more and more.
Wow.
And by the time I came back from Canada to London, I think I was 21. Yeah, 21 years old, and then yeah, we started to do more. So my dad has a ministry called Joint Gospel. It's a charity, but we it's also a ministry as well, where like we do like Christian events and for the youth, and we
is that like in Surrey or
it's in London. Get the youth out the street and bring them back into the church and give their lives to Christ. And so when I came out to London, we were doing a lot of that. We did so many events and so many, I guess, conferences as well.
Wow, that's amazing. So at this point, when you come back to London, are you then working? Like, where are you with all of that?
So when I finished in Canada, I got my acting degree for film and TV.
Amazing.
Came back to London and I was struggling. I was struggling because the thing about like the industry, like if you don't grow up in the industry, it'll be very hard for you to like get in kind of thing. Yeah, for sure. So obviously my network is in Canada. So when I came here, I had to like pretty much start over again. Yeah. I was doing like part-time jobs. Yeah, of course. Here and there. I used to work at the airport. I mean, it was a good experience because I think God was taking me through this on purpose. Yeah. To meet a lot of people, to talk to them about Jesus, and also to grow as a person as well.
I think that's what's beautiful. Like He uses us wherever we are.
Yeah, literally, we're meant to be the light of this world, right? So, wherever I go, that's the goal, really, just to be a light and in the darkness. So, yeah, it was tough because obviously I wanted to like, be on Netflix.
Cool, so like just work.
You know what I'm saying, just work. Yeah, I was young, I was excited.
You were pumped. Yeah,
and then literally before I came out to London, something happened to me that really, really kind of like, I guess, put me off a bit. So I had a big audition. Okay. For a Netflix show. Okay. When I was 21. Wow. In Canada. The show was about a guy from Ghana. Okay. Who comes to Canada.
Right. So you were like
to basically, achieve his dream. I could play this role. Yeah. This is basically me, but like different version. Yeah. Yeah. So I went through the whole audition process, stage 1, stage 2, callbacks, all this stuff. Oh wow. And the final round, and like you feel like you got it, and I was like, yeah, I got it, kind of thing. And then the phone didn't ring for so long. I was like, oh, wow. What's going on? So I rang my agent. I was like, oh, any news? No, you didn't get it. I think it's because it was my first audition. So it completely broke me. Like, I didn't want to see any script again. Yeah.
You think you were idolizing it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I was idolizing the fact that I could be a star.
It's so interesting that you talk about this because literally a couple of weeks ago I was going for a job and I didn't get it, but it was one of those ones where you're like this is perfect, like this is what I want. This is me. Like it's so interesting because reflecting on that, like with my friends and stuff, it was like I was idolizing it.
100%.
And it's so easy to do. Like literally in a switch like that, it's like suddenly you worship it, like you want this thing so bad.
100%. And I think it's because we think idolizing has to be like something specific, like a specific god or something. No. You could idolize anything. Yeah. And I didn't understand that until later on. I was like, oh, I get it now. I had the wrong intention or the wrong motives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? it clicked, and I was like, oh, God forgive me, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It affected my relationship again.
Yes. Obviously, you wanted to then quit acting.
Yeah.
And not do an audition again.
No.
But then also it affected your relationship with
because
God.
I was like, oh, God, why would you give me all these gifts and talents, and why would you make me go to Canada and do this, and why would you give me all of this not to get it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and I was so angry with him because I was like, but like, everything should go to plan, no, kind of thing. But I didn't realize that I was idolizing the fact that I wanted to be a star, or I was about to be a star. I was like, and that will affect my relationship with him, because it was affecting my relationship with him, because I know I wouldn't spend more time in the Word. I wouldn't pray anymore. I wouldn't go to church as much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Only God knows.
Yeah, for sure.
Only God knows, really. So, in that time of like not wanting to act again, or I literally gave up. I was like, I don't want to do it. I gave up.
Wow, that's so sad as well, because obviously, like, it was the first experience, but I think it's also so necessary, obviously, like you said, looking back, to then actually be able to move forward in the correct way.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. I think with the help of like friends, family, and just many people in my life, they helped me a lot. They encouraged me a lot. They said, God does things for a reason.
For sure.
And it took me a while to understand.
Yeah. I can imagine. And also, did you find transitioning back to the UK a difficult process as well?
100%.
Yeah, because you've been gone for 3 years. Yeah. Like, I'm guessing like friends and stuff like that all look different.
Yeah, I still have friends obviously back there, but in Canada. But it was tough because I feel like life was perfect there, And then when I came back in, no disrespect to London.
Yeah.
But it just felt a different vibe. But it was so different. I mean, it wasn't the same. I felt like maybe I made a mistake coming back, or maybe God was punishing me. I don't know. God was punishing me. I don't know. I just so many questions in my head about, what have I done? Have I missed the appointed time? Or
so it was a real, like, I guess, battle with God at that time.
The thing about this relationship with Christ, it's a relationship, right? So you're gonna fight.
100%.
You're gonna fight.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. Yeah, you're gonna fight. You're gonna disagree with him. But the beauty of it is that he's always right, though. He is always right,
because he can see so much farther than we can.
I mean, he knew me before I was formed.
Literally,
he knew me like before I was in my mother's womb. So I should trust him.
Yeah,
I should. But I think in that moment, the devil really, I guess, got a hold of me mentally and emotionally, and I was like drained. I was drained, and I didn't have the passion to like do the things of God anymore. Like, I was doing it, but I was just on autopilot, literally.
Wow. Like, your heart wasn't there anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I would go to church. I'll play the drums, praise and worship. I do Bible studies.
Yeah.
But literally like a flat line. And just like, just autopilot, just like that.
Wow.
And I knew it was wrong with me. I knew it was bad, but I mean.
But you felt like you can get out of it at that time?
No, I felt like I was in a box. Like, and I was just like this is what it is. I was very isolated. I used to stay in my room a lot as well.
Oh, wow.
I used to
and this all was from that, that experience?
It was from that moment, because it would always play in my head, for example. It was from that very moment that I knew, okay, this is affecting me a lot. And I don't know how I'm going to, like, resurrect from it, basically.
Yeah.
But then I met some really good friends, new friends in faith.
Okay.
Who would help me, pray for me.
Did you meet them in the church?
So I actually met them at, I went to like is it Hillsong? Yeah, Hillsong youth night.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, and you met some cool friends. Yeah, I told them my story. And they were like, bro, I mean, listen, they encouraged me. They were like, listen, the God we serve, He loves you. He knows. He cares for you. He literally, he set a plan for you. You just need to trust Him, kind of thing. And we'll pray a lot more at that time. Yeah, I mean, we're not even close like that. But I guess people come into your life for a season and for a reason, right? So, So after that experience at Hillsong Youth Night, you know, like when they call you to like, oh, not give your life, but I guess there's there's another option where they say, what is it? They tell you, oh, maybe you've been down or you've backslided kind of thing, and you want to like rededicate up.
Like resurrender, essentially.
Yeah, resurrender. So I just resurrendered and I did that. And eventually, step by step, I started to like get that passion of the things of God again. And I think I'm like 25 now. I started to get back into classes again.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like, what was the feelings around that when you started going back to classes?
It was weird, man, because I thought I forgot to act. I don't know. I was like, do I even remember what to do anymore?
Yeah.
You never forget. I mean,
no, of course.
There are skills that
it's rooted. Yeah,
it's rooted in you. Yeah. So, but like, I remember the first class I did.
Because it had been like what, 4 years or something?
4 years. Yeah.
Wow.
4 years. Yeah. It was the first class I took, and I did it, and I was like, wow, I might be back. I don't know. Like, so from then on, I started to like go to more classes, more auditions, and I would book like little roles. Like,
so did you have an agent, or was this like
I had an agent? Yeah,
you did?
I mean, even how I got an agent was really good. I mean,
go on.
So nobody wanted to sign me because I had no experience here. I didn't even know you had to do Spotlight. One time I spent the whole night emailing different agents, like, oh, please take me on one particular agent that I need to thank so much. Yeah, Opaque artist. She took me in, and she was so like, she was like ecstatic. She was like, where have you been? I've been looking for someone like you.
Wow.
I was like, must be cat, bro. Okay. Yeah. But she took me in and she started to like get me into like so many rooms and like
she really opened.
She opened.
Well, God officially opened the doors,
obviously
but
through God, but like, God opened doors and I started to like get into more auditions and I booked my first like theatre like play.
Nice.
And then eventually like more doors started to open. But even in this time, I was still doing church.
Okay.
I was still doing ministry, like helping my dad.
Yeah.
With joint gospel and things like that. And I was still working part-time as well.
Yeah.
Part-time jobs here and there.
Yeah.
And then I started to meet more Christians in the industry. Which was so weird because I was like, I didn't know Christians even did stuff like this. You know
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice. I started to like book more stuff. And I think the one that hit me the most was when I booked a musical. It's called Dreamboats and Petticoats. That's when I realized, God is with me 100%. Because I shouldn't have got that role.
Really?
Because the role was for an actor that could drum, sing, and act at the same time.
Right.
So basically, I'm drumming like a mic, singing at the same time, and I'm also acting up and down.
Wow!
I was like, wow, I haven't done this for a long time. I don't know if I can do it, kind of thing. And the requirements was that, to do the music, you have to read music. I don't read music. I mean, I learned everything by ear. My dad taught me.
Okay.
And I had other teachers as well. So I learned everything by ear, and most specifically drumming. Nobody taught me how to drum. So I did the audition. They got back to my agent. They were saying that, can you read music? Because there's going to be like a lot of songs. I think 50 songs or something.
Oh, wow.
And my agent was like, no, he can't. They're like, okay, we'll have to skip it for now, kind of thing. So I was like, that's calm. That's not a big deal. And like 3 months later, they randomly called my agent. Like, is Daniel still available? She was like, yes. Okay, let's bring him in, kind of thing.
Wow.
So they gave me the role, just like that. I was like, are they sure? Do they know what they're doing, kind of thing?
Like, I still can't read the music.
I can't read music. Like, are they sure? Like, okay, cool. So I went into the first meeting. Yeah. And I met everybody. Lovely cast and crew as well.
Oh, amazing.
And and that's when I met a lot more Christians in the industry.
In that show. Oh, wow, that's amazing.
More, Christians that I'm friends with till today. Oh. And God changed everything from then on. I mean,
really?
Yeah, I was doing 60, 70 shows and
without
reading music.
Crazy.
Memorizing.
How was that? Yeah, how was that whole process?
I mean, from the first rehearsal, I felt like giving up because everybody would bring sheet of music, and I'm just sitting there like that with my headphones and trying to remember all my parts and what to do and stuff like that. And the MD, the music director, he was on my case. I mean, he was like, oh, Daniel, every single time, because obviously
you didn't know.
I don't read it, so he was on my case. But then suddenly God turned things into my favor, and then everything became easy, amazing. Like, and I met so many people, networked with so many other actors, directors, and
amazing. And it's so nice as well, because it like is a true testament of like he calls it unqualified, you know. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, from then on, I started to enjoy acting, and I started to like realize, okay, cool, I'm happy.
Great things, like it felt like it was your purpose.
Yeah, definitely acting, and not just acting, but like just being a creative in general.
Yeah.
And then I took a break because I was like, oh, after that tour, I need a break. Kind of thing. And I decided to go to uni again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not expecting that.
I decided to go to uni again.
No, not even just like a break. You took a break then.
I took a break. I was like, it was a lot for me. Yeah.
So you felt that actually the play was almost crossing too much?
Yeah, I mean, it did a lot to my body, because I'm not used to like...
It was like physically demanding.
Yeah, a lot, definitely. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm working part-time, but I need to do something else. I was like, let me go get another degree, man.
Okay, just randomly on a Tuesday.
Like, besides acting, that what I want to do more like maybe business related or something. I don't know, something else that I might be good at.
Okay.
And I always like to seek advice from my parents. You know? I looked into it. I was like, I like marketing. I think marketing is everywhere in the world. Right now,
for sure.
I applied. Yeah, they accepted me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool.
Wow.
I guess I'll start in September. So this was September 2020.
You were a pandemic uni?
Yes, pandemic uni.
Yeah.
So it was dead.
Yeah.
It was.
Was it in London originally when you
Kingston,
did? Yeah. Okay.
Kingston University, and it was dead. I mean, because you would go in sometimes, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I did my degree. Fast forward, I randomly decided to, with a bunch of good friends and my brother as well, decided to start a music band.
Okay.
We're sitting in Nando's. So it's me, David, and Mark, the three of us. And we're going to decide to open, the company, the band, production company.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm just there eating my chicken. Like, I got like a full size chicken, and I'm just eating. And those two are just like chatting, like strategizing.
Yeah. And you're just there, you know.
I was like, guys, man, it's calm, man. Don't worry. Like God will do it. God will handle everything. It's calm. They're like, no, bro, we've got to strategize properly. We don't even have a name. Like,
okay.
Like, what is the name? We've got to think of a USP. And God drops the name in my
I love this.
spirit. And I'm like, oh, Chemistry Music Group. They're like, what? I was like, Chemistry Music Group. Like, chemistry, like, you know, chemistry, like, everything's,
yeah.
Like, just like chemistry is different. That's our USP. Like, you know, we've got that chemistry. Like, you could play with anybody, and we still have that chemistry kind of
Love
thing.
that, yeah.
And they're looking at me like, this guy, like, what the heck? Yeah, that's when it kicked off.
Wow.
Literally. That's when it kicked off, and it was like another world. And now we started to like tour with like musicians, and we started to play for like artists like King Promise, Shaka.
Wow.
Yeah. It was mad. Like,
so this literally like...
This was during uni as well.
Wow. So it literally like blew up overnight.
Yeah, overnight. Like our first show at CMG, Chemistry Music Group, was King Promise, who's like a big Afrobeat artist.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was his headline show in King's Cross.
So then, did you ever go back to the acting? So you finished uni.
I finished uni. So just before I finished uni, a friend of mine from Dreamboats, the musical, David Luke, he called me one day. He was like, "Oh, hey, are you good?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. He's like, "Oh, you still do anything?" I was like, "No, at the moment I'm just like doing uni and stuff." He's like, "Oh, I got a gig for you. Do you wanna jump on?" I was like, "Well, what is it?" He's like, "Oh, Cliff Richard." I was like, "Oh,
wow,
what, Cliff Richard, like sing." He's like, yeah, like you don't have to like sing like that. I was like, "Oh, thank God, because I'm not trying to sing like that." He's like, "Oh, just like standing you do have to sing, but like not like crazy, but just like BV's kind of thing. And it's for his Christmas show that he does every year.
Okay.
I was like, okay, why not? That's cool.
Yeah.
So we did it at the Hackney Church.
Oh yeah.
Oh, beautiful place. I got to meet Sir Cliff Richard.
Wow.
And yeah, it was an amazing time. I met someone there. He said, one of my friends is looking for an actor that can sing and dance for a film. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, why not? Yeah, I guess you can pass on my number to them. That's cool. And then like literally 10 minutes later, her name Hilary Skews, who's like an amazing music coordinator for like many major films.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so she called me herself. Yeah, we're looking for actors that can sing and dance. Would you be interested in this? It's a major film, but we can't obviously say. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be great. Why not? Meet us at Abbey Road Studios. I was like, oh, I've never been there. That's exciting. So I go to Abbey Road, I think the same week. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. I don't know what it's for. I don't know what I'm doing. They just said dress in a suit. Okay. So I go to Abbey Road Studios. I'm taking pictures. I'm getting gassed up. Yeah. This is like legends have been in my life. And then I walk into the room. I see like so many people wearing suits. I'm like, what's going on? They started to play Amy Winehouse music. I was like, what is going on? Why are they playing, what song was it? Valerie.
Oh, yeah.
Valerie. I'm like, okay. So a lady walks in with a camera. And she's like taking pictures of us. I'm like, why is she taking pictures of us? What's going on? But I guess she just wanted to get like footage and shots of like what we would look like in the film. Yeah. So the lady like finished like taking photos and she put the camera down. And I was like, hold on. I know this lady. I was like, this is like Sam Taylor Johnson, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Big time director.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, hey guys, I just wanted to let you guys know that you're here, obviously, for the Amy Winehouse biopic. We want you to be in the film. I was like, as Amy's band.
Wow.
But you specifically, Daniel and Sam, you guys will be Amy's comrades, who are her BVs. You know.
Wow.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with Amy Winehouse. I know music, but I don't know like too much of her. So I got home, did my research. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Amy Winehouse, who's Zalon, who's Ade. My acting senses started to kick in again.
Wow.
And I was still studying, still doing uni. I was in my final year.
Okay, so it's a lot of...
God made so many doors open, and suddenly, like, next thing you know, like, they were like, oh, hi, Daniel. There's a taxi. A taxi's going to pick you up tomorrow at 5 a.m. in the morning. I was like, what is going on? Like, I'm not used to this stuff.
Yeah, literally.
And so I go to set, the first day of set, and I'm like, yo, I got my like, trailer and this and that. I'm like, what's going on? This is mad. Like, shot the film, and it was amazing. I finished uni at the perfect timing as well. Then I had to wait like a year before I even got like a job. So I was like, okay, here we go again.
Okay. So you finished the film, you finished uni. What's then happening, I guess?
So in that space, so that's 2023. Obviously I've applied for jobs. Nobody's like getting me back for jobs.
Okay.
Nobody's idiot. You know, I'm always getting the same, unfortunately.
So was that you applying for like marketing jobs?
Marketing jobs,
yeah. And also, were you still then pursuing your acting?
Yeah, I was. The one thing I wanted was like a 9 to 5, just so I can have some more stability. Yeah. So I wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting the job. I was like, oh, what is going on, man? This is wrong. But I guess I don't know. Maybe God wanted me to focus on the other stuff. Yeah. So
did it feel like a hard waiting season?
Yeah, but because I've been tested before through the fire. I've got my marks, my scars.
Yeah.
You know, my dad always says, show me your scars. And I know how much you've been through, or what you've been through. And that's exactly what we as Christians, you know. Jesus himself, he's got scars to prove it. You know, he did all of this for us so we can be here today. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Literally, yeah.
So our scars, our, you know, our past and everything that we've been through is always a testimony.
Yeah.
So I knew that what I'm going through now, and nobody's responding to me. I can't get a job. It's going to be alright, man. I trust God.
Yeah.
No matter how long it will take, like, I trust you, God. I trust you. And every day I was praying, I was singing songs, being more intentional. January came, and I started to get more responses. You know, like at the beginning of the year, you're like, I declare and decree that this is my year, you know, by force, by fire. Yeah. You shake the heavens, you know what I'm saying? I got this interview for digital marketing executive, but the way I got it was so God ordained. I'm sorry, like, there's no way this can't be good. It has to be good because I didn't apply for this role. I didn't apply for this role. A recruiter found me on LinkedIn.
Wow.
And he messaged me. He was like, "Oh, hi, I just went through your CV and your page, and I feel like you might be good for this role." Kind of. The company obviously it deals with like robotics, solutions for like film, TV, broadcast. And I was like, "Oh yeah, kind of like my field as well." Yeah. So I had to see me that very week, and I was like, "Oh gosh, this is a lot."
Godspeed.
Godspeed, literally. And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I went for the interview. I was super nervous. I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I deserve this, God. I don't know if I deserve this because I don't know. I feel like there's more. Other people are more advanced and
more qualified.
More qualified than me. So, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. If it's your will, let your will be done. If it's mine, it's mine. So I went there, did the interview. I didn't think I did great, but I mean, I did my best. And the next day, they gave me the job.
Wow.
They gave me the job.
Wow.
And not only that, they said, "Oh, because you have quite good experience." I was like, "What experience?" I guess for like chemistry.
Oh, wow.
What I've been doing with the band.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, we're going to increase your pay."
Wow. But also that's crazy because it's like he was preparing you for so long actually for that job, you know?
Yeah. It's mad. They increased my pay and they also said that, "Oh, you can work from home." Oh, thank you, Jesus, man. I'm so grateful. At the same time, I'm starting to see like little trailers of Amy, Back to Black. And I'm like,
yeah, of course.
Yeah. It just feel like things are like great. Things are amazing right now. I'm here today because God has created me for a purpose. And I have so much to do. I'm not going to stop until God says, "Well done, my servant." You're my anchor. Nothing can come from me anymore. And I'm so confident in Christ that no matter what I go through, He's got my back.
Wow.
And He's standing right beside me.
Yeah.
And I started to think of the times where, like, I had the other dream where, like, Jesus was like this with me. And that's why I feel like. I feel like every time wherever I go, every time I walk, Jesus is always by my side.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful. I like the story. So, like, literally, you're I guess you're so on fire right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
yeah,
because he's changed my life.
He saves.
He saved my life, and He can save yours as well, and He can change yours as well. You just have to allow Him. That's it.
Literally. Wow. Well, that's amazing. Have any final words?
The God we serve loves you. He cares for you. And He has ordained you. He knew you before you was formed. He knew you before He even created you. So trust Him. Trust Him. But you have to be willing. You have to surrender. You have to literally let go and let God. So He can take over and He can show you the plans He has laid for your life, you know.
Amen.
So,